Good morning, Richard Eckley here. We have a late one today. Nearly 10:45, dear me. We're on a Mindset Thursday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happier you. And I'm going to read through a little bit from my book, Mastering Your Mindset, this morning to go through a bit of information on the mindset. So I want to show you, spring is still here. Spring is still in the air. I mean, look at this view again. It's beautiful. Dead calm seas even. Blue skies. I don't know if you can see that. Swansea docks, been refurbished. Beautiful, beautiful day. Once again, sun is shining in Swansea. Coronavirus may be here, but spring doesn't know it, and it keeps on going as normal, which is good to see. There we go, we're on there. So yeah, it's on a Mindset Thursday, so we'll do a little reading from the book Mastering Your Mindset. I know that's backwards, but there we are. And this is the one thing in order to master everything. Ooh, a little bit. Right angle it, there we go. The one thing in order to master everything. Life is full of experiences and adventures. We continue to grow and learn as we go through life. When we think back to all the skills and experiences we have, there's really only one method we have used over and over again to master all areas of our life. From learning to walk, talk, ride a bike, to all of our sports and schooling, to our college, university and jobs. We have used it to find the right relationships or to get healthy. We've used it to run a marathon or fly to the moon and back. Every single person, over 7 billion of us, have used this method every day, and most times we don't even realise we are using it. What is this one skill we have all mastered but often don't use to its full potential? The word is repetition. As boring as it sounds, it's the only way we truly master any skill. We all started walking the same, with wobbly legs, then we repeated standing up until we built stronger muscles. Then we may be guided by our mum or dad to walk, and we found our balance. We fell down a few times, but kept repeating the process until we mastered it. Then we planted that skill in our subconscious, so now we don't even have to think about walking, we just walk. Every single part of our life has used this skill, from talking, reading, writing, learning how to draw, or learning how to drive. All the way through our lives, we've repeated a process until we master it. Then we put it in our subconscious mind, so it's on autopilot, and it's there for when we need it next. Any skill is learnt this way. As the great Bruce Lee used to say, I would rather be hit by someone who'd practiced 1,000 different punches one time than hit by someone who'd practiced one punch 1,000 times. Focus on one area we want to improve is important, so practice it and repeat it, and then you master it. Any area in life we want to improve can use this system, and we can guarantee results if we stay consistent. Once we have focused on it, practiced it and mastered it, putting in the time with the repetition, it will be embedded in our subconscious. We will have created a new habit, one that will equal big results down the road. Unfortunately, most people don't realise this, that they actually have the ability to create any life they choose using this simple system. Instead, they tend to distract themselves in this day and age. Distraction is our biggest enemy, with TV, radio, the internet, YouTube, Facebook, etc. The list goes on and is ever increasing. The more we distract ourselves, the less time we have to look inside ourselves to find out what we are really capable of achieving if we only took the time. Every man, woman and child has the same opportunity to make the best of themselves, but most go through life never realising this, as it isn't something that's ever taught in schools or colleges. It's only through self-education we can start to master the skills we need to live a longer, healthier, happier life. That's about a little bit to good morning Stace, morning Sue. On the mastering your mindset and how repetition, that's the one skill we all have. We've all been using it all our lives. Oh, some of the old phones going everywhere there. And repeating the process. So anything we want to do, if we wanted to write a book, wanted to do sports, wanted to get healthy, wanted to run a marathon, wanted to do anything, any hobby, it's through repetition. And that's something, it's just a natural skill we all have, but we tend to fail to use it. So instead of sort of doing something, especially now with this lockdown stage, we've got all this time to do anything we want. We can learn a new skill, we can write a book, we can do a course, we can start a new hobby. But quite often what we do instead is we distract ourselves with watching TV, watching the news, watching box sets and watching other things. Instead of taking the time to think, right, what can I actually do? Now I've got time on my hands. What can I produce out of this time? Something for me, something to help myself, help my mindset, help my body, help me physically, help me spiritually, and get things going nicely that way. And again, it's once you find the system, you may find it hard, first of all, to start something new because it's something totally new. But it's the system of repeating it over and over again until you master it. And that's how you develop anything. But if you want to do Kung Fu or yoga, Pilates, anything, it takes time to start something new, and then you repeat it, and then you embed it in your subconscious, and then you can just do it naturally. It's like driving a car. When we first drove a car, we had the old kangaroo juice, we was jumping back and forward, we stalled it, we couldn't go right, we were nervous at roundabouts. Now we just drive, and half the time we go into work, don't even think about it, we just get to work and think, how did I get here? I can't even remember driving here. It's just on autopilot. And that's, we can do that with any area of our life. Just start a process off, repeat the process over and over again, and that's how you get results down the road of anything you want to do. And there is literally nothing you can't do. Our minds are an amazing supercomputer, and anything we put in there, we can produce and achieve ourselves by just doing one small step at a time and expanding it on through. That's my little thought today on Mindset Thursday. Once again, a beautiful day here in Swansea. Hope it's nice where you are. Have a good one. All the best for now.